If you think you're going to win the war being passive, then you might want to take a look at this verse. It says, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violent assault, and violent men seize it by force. That's Matthew 11 and 12. Now, something I learned or that I realized in this verse, there's a few things. For one, if violent men can take things by force and attack and all those things, if it's violence coming up against you, don't you think that you have to get back violent? How do you protect yourself? You don't be passive. You don't just sit there and let it happen. You actually have to fight. You actually have to war back. Otherwise, you are going to get beat. But the thing is, it's spiritual. So if this stuff is happening spiritually, where people are being violent, people are attacking, people are going to take what they want, and that's violent men, like men that's not believers of Christ, then the same thing we must do as believers. We must fight, we must war, and take our things by force. Also, it was a few ways I was thinking of this, like, okay, so of the violent men, let's say, I thought about it, I think 3 ways. The first one is like, simply like, you got somebody that's trying to rob people and all that stuff. This is very random. But you got people that want to rob people, right, in the world. And often they go in cliques, or they don't go alone. Let's say that if it's 2 or more, it's, they go in cliques, they got their plan ready. They getting their thing. They just go get what they want. They take the risk of being caught. And, they risking their life, literally. Like going on somebody else's property and stealing, right? They do it. And I can't tell you the motive, like probably they want what they want. That's their motive. They want what they want. But at the same time, they probably feel like, what's the worst that can happen? Because they probably feel like they don't have a lot to live for sometimes, probably. But another way that I thought of is, let's say the people on the battlefield, in the military, how they win. They come in there, it don't matter like what they got going on personally or whatever. It don't matter what they got going on personally. They come together. They have one mind. They on one accord. They all in their positions. They're ready. They ready to fight. They have a fighting spirit, and they come in there, get in their position. They protect each other. They encourage each other, because they know who their enemy is. They know who they fighting against, and they know that they shouldn't be fighting against each other. So if they are fighting against each other, that's literally dividing who they are, because they're supposed to be on the same team, and that can cause conflict too. Like, you're not going to want to protect that person if you're fighting against that person. So you come together and you fight against who the enemy is, who the person that's coming against you in the military. And I thought about that in a way, like, as the body of Christ, how we supposed to be that way, united, protecting each other, encouraging each other, uplifting each other, not fighting against each other, because we are not each other's enemies, but we have an enemy. Even like people, all people, not just believers, we have a real enemy, and it's not the person, it's the devil. So it's spiritual. And if we really war in the spirit realm and not try to war like in the flesh, how we usually or like how we all learned to war, like how we all learned to fight. We fight with cursing and matching energy and just all that. But that's not the way that we do it, because how we gonna win if we matching? We win by getting in Christ and love, overcoming in the spirit realm, not looking like the devil, not matching the devil, because it's the devil that we up against. So yeah, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violent assault, and violent man seize it by force. And we also must seize it by force. Get up, take what's yours. And some ways that I thought that this can relate to me, or you know, some ways that I thought that I can start to take things by force and literally war, is like, it's not about your feelings. It's not about my feelings. It's not about my personal feelings, even with individuals that I'm connected with. It's not about that. It's about Christ, and it's about my soul, and it's about other souls, and it's about that. So even if you have like a situation with a brother or sister in Christ or whatever, that shouldn't take root in you. That should not take your focus, because that's nobody but the devil that tries to do those things. But what we should do is forgive and fight for them, because the devil is in the midst of the conflict. If it's a conflict, the devil is in the midst of that, and we should fight for them. We should encourage them. If we have to distance ourselves and still heal or whatever. And like I was saying, some ways that I thought that I can do is separate myself from my feelings. Like it's not about my feelings. Yes, my feelings matter, but my feelings shouldn't dictate how I show up in God. I should still show up faithfully, dedicated, ready, in a warrior type of way, and love. And even if I don't feel like getting up in the morning, get up in the morning, force myself to get up. If I feel like I'm doubting mentally, if I'm having struggles with faith or whatever, then I choose to believe by faith, like walking it out, even if I don't see it or feel it. That's what I mean. Like, even if like something is like, because the enemy be trying to make us doubt sometimes, because the thing be looking big. It be like a situation, them giants, they be looking like, okay, what is this? But walking by faith, literally by believing and walking in it. So yeah, bye.